If you've watched my content, but you have no clue who this Bowtie coach is, how he got here, and why he does what he does, I've got a story for you. It's about how this shy, depressed introvert became the Introvert Whisperer and business coach he is today. Hey there, I'm Burchard, the Bowtie coach. I record and post educational content about being an introverted entrepreneur because I love what I do and believe that knowledge is power. Check back because I upload new content every other week. I'm back. So in the early 2000s, I worked at an IT job that I absolutely loved. IT work was perfect for introverts because you don't always have to interact with a lot of people, if ever. I was safe in my little introvert shell, cranking out my programming work via computer, email, and voicemail. Have you ever called somebody and it rolled to voicemail and you thought to yourself, thank God? Well, that was me in a nutshell. Being an introvert never goes away. I've just learned that it's something I must work with and leverage. More on that later. Now, back to IT. Unfortunately, in the early 2000s, the bottom dropped out of the IT industry, aka the dot-bomb. I found myself unemployed with no career prospects since my role in the IT industry was eviscerated at that time. I was searching for a job, more importantly for meaning and purpose in my life. I felt like I'd lost that. I had my entire shy, introverted identity wrapped up in my IT career. When that went away, I lost my sense of identity. I no longer knew who I was or what I wanted. Sound familiar? Before being laid off, I had been studying to obtain my real estate broker's license to help my partner. At the time, my partner worked for his brother, a mortgage broker, and he was surrendering 50% of his income to his brother on loans he was procuring. Not good, because the broker did very little to earn that 50%. He just had the broker's license. If I obtained my broker's license and created a company, my partner would be able to keep 100% of his income. I thought it'd be no big deal since I had just graduated with a master's degree. I was smart, right? Boy, was I naive and full of myself. Studying has always come easy to me as an introvert. I enjoy the ritual. I like feeling safe and secure in my own little bubble. Back then, there was very little on the web for studying or reading. It was old school. To take the state broker's exam, I had to study and pass prep exams on 7 different topics. Believe it or not, that was the easy part of the process. Buckle up, buttercup, it's about to get bumpy. I was able to bypass taking the salesperson exam and skip to taking the broker's exam because of my college degrees. I needed to be a broker to create my own company. The broker's exam, the passing threshold was 75%. That didn't seem like a big deal at the time. Boy, was my big introverted ego about to learn big time. After passing my qualifying exams, I scheduled my exam with the California Department of Real Estate. Well, I failed 2 times before reaching out for help with passing the exam. I thought I could do it on my own. Wrong-o! I knew I needed something more than just my realm of knowledge. I needed to do something different for my 3rd attempt, something outside myself. My introverted ego had to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. After all, my efforts and ideas weren't working at all. I found a good prep option and did exactly as this outside source instructed. Then I signed up for my 3rd state exam cycle. I was so nervous. They walked us through everything needed to pass, but more importantly, they taught us how to take the exam. They said it was a reading test as much as it was a knowledge test. After the prep course, I booked a hotel for the night prior to the exam so I could study in peace and keep myself in the right mindset for the exam. Heaven for this introvert, right? Well, the exam experience this time was different. I was calm, confident, and I felt like I knew what I was doing. So fast forward 4 weeks later and I got my results. I had passed. I was now a California real estate broker. One of the most important things I learned during this ego-deflating process was I don't always know the best way to go about something. I actually may need to go on a limb and ask for ideas from others or gather research to find a better way of doing something. That does not always come easy for this shy introvert. My die-hard introverted ego had gotten in the way twice and slowed down the process of getting my broker's license by about 6 months. What I learned and love most about being an entrepreneur is that it's about connecting and building trust, negotiating and communicating. Those are now things I'm good at and enjoy. But it wasn't always that way. I had to learn how to work with my introverted self and to turn those traits into strengths and skills to help, not hinder my efforts. Well, the rest of the story is history. 24 years later, I'm still in business, and now I'm helping other entrepreneurs leverage their introverted traits and talents in ways that bring them success and make extroverted entrepreneurs envious. I'm Stefan Burchard, the Bowtie Coach, taking the knots out of business. Hey, DM me if you have any questions about coaching, and please pass this on to a friend or family member who's looking for a limitless future. Now, watch this awesome video about effective communication for introverts. Bye! I had my entire shy, introverted identity in ways that bring them success and make their And please pass this up. Hey, DM me if you have... I got my little Casey with me. Hello, little Casey. Hello. Do you want to say hello to the camera? Hello. I know, I'm crazy. Animated intro.